Go.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm ready to work on our 3 letters that we've been working on this week. So we're going to take a look. The first letter that you did on Friday last week would have been letter E. All right, we have capital E and lowercase e, or we can call them big E and little e. So we have letter E. Then the next letter you worked on this week would have been letter U. We have capital U and lowercase u. And then later this week, you should have worked on letter X. All right. All right. So when we're making the letter X, making these letters, we want to make sure that we're making them right way. So the first letter I'm going to make is letter E. So the easiest way to make a letter E is to make a line down, line across at the top, line across at the middle, line across at the bottom. That's how I make my capital E. All right. I got to make sure my lines are in the right spot, because if I don't put the right number of lines, I might make the letter F by mistake. Or if my lines at the top and the bottom aren't at the right place, I might accidentally make the letter I by mistake. So I want to make sure I have my long line down, and then a line at the top going out, a line in the middle going out, and a line at the bottom going out. So try those letters with your mom and dad. All right, the next lowercase e is the other letter we've been working on. There's 2 different ways to make lowercase e. We can either hit the ball and run around the bases, is one way, or we can make a magic C and close his mouth. All right, so hit the ball, run around the bases, or we can make a magic C and close his mouth. Either one works. So that's letter E. And we know E can say like egg, or it can say its own name, eagle. All right, and we're going to look at some pictures of those with the long E sound. Then we worked on letter U, and we want to make sure when we make our letter U that it has a curve here at the bottom. Because if I don't make a very good curve at the bottom, I might accidentally make a letter V for Velma, which wouldn't be right. So I want to come down and around and put a curve and go back up. All right. When I make lowercase u, it's pretty much the same thing, except I put a little line on the side. So I go down and around, up and back down. Now the thing we have to be careful with letter U is, if we flip it this way, we make another letter. We make the letter N, like Jaden has in his name and Mason has in his name. So we want to make sure that we have it going the right way, so we have the right letter. This is not letter U. This is letter N. They are not the same. All right, we want to make sure we make the right letter. Now, X is a cool letter because big X and little x look the same. Backing up a second, though, we know U says umbrella, or it can say unicorn. All right, X. One thing I love about X is that big X and little x look exactly the same. Now, the tricky part with X's is I have to make a line that starts at the top and moves over. It's called a diagonal. Can't make my line and go straight down, or it won't work right. It won't be the right letter. And I know you guys are actually pretty good at making X's because you guys play a lot of tic-tac-toe. So I bet you guys can make some really good X's like you make in tic-tac-toe. So big X and little x is the exact same except it's littler. Now X is a tricky letter too. It's not a vowel like E and U, but it is tricky because it can also say its own name like X-ray, or it can make the sound X like at the end of box on our ABC chart. We've practiced that this year. So I'm going to hold up a couple pictures and we're going to see if we figure out what they are. The first picture, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I bet you guys know what this one is. It's an Xbox. Xbox. We know Xbox starts with the letter X. Let's check out another picture. Ooh, looks like a horse, but it has a horn on its head. It must be a unicorn. 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 I'm going to put it here next to letter U. Unicorn. Be careful because sometimes I get tricky. Vest. Wait a minute. Vest. E. Nope. U. Vest. Nope. X or X. Nope. That one doesn't go with these, Miss Stacy. Next one. Oh, something I love to do. I love to eat. Eat. Does it sound like X? No. Eat. Oh, I think it goes here with letter E. Sometimes people who work different jobs have to wear a uniform. Yeah, like a police officer wears a uniform or the mailman wears a uniform. Different people might wear a uniform. Uniform. Oh, sounds like unicorn. Uniform. They kind of sound alike. Ooh, this bird is super cool. Oh, we have a cat coming in for a special surprise visit for the video. Look at that. All right, eagle. All right, I can't say bird because I don't have any letters that make the b sound this time. I'm going to call this an eagle. It's a kind of bird. Eat. Eagle. Goes right there. Now this is where it gets tricky. Because there aren't very many words that start with X. Usually when we practice X, the only picture we have is Xbox. We're going to actually look at some X words that have X at the end. All right, I know that's tricky. We always usually do words that start at the beginning with our letter. But this one's going to be tricky, but I know you guys are smart, so let's see. This is a dog. No. Lion. No. Fox. Fox. Do you hear that at the end? Fox. X. X. I heard the X sound at the end of fox. All right, next one. This one's tricky. In math, we use this sign, and this means that something is equal or the same. So this is the equal sign, and we use this when we're doing addition problems and subtraction problems in math. This means that it is equal. Equal. What do you think, Princess? Any help here? All right, I'm going to go with eat, eagle, equal. This one you should know because it's on our ABC chart. Box. I don't hear E. I don't hear U. Box. Yeah, ends with the X. Box. And the last one, we've had this picture before. He's going to take the block and he's going to use it for something. He's going to use it. So this is supposed to be the picture of use. Use. Unicorn. Uniform. There we got him. Those are the letters that we worked on this week, and hopefully you were able to figure out with your mom and dad what each letter was and what each picture was that goes with it. And so if you have time, one cool thing that we like to do when we're in class is we like to mix up the letters, and I hide them behind my back and I pull them out like this, and we'll go, what letter? And everybody would say E, and then I'll pull out another letter and everybody would say E. Sometimes I use the same letter just to trick them. All right, so we play that game. Sometimes I'll lay the letters out and we'll mix them up and we'll drive a car around and I'll say, okay, park your car on the letter that says E, or the letter that says X, or the one that would be, that says U, and you can drive your car around and find the right letters. You could also use the pictures that way too. Hope you enjoyed my video. Talk to you later.